Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're having a little look at a bit of a different one. This is a factory builder called Beltmatic, and the premise is kind of unique. Let's jump into things and see what we have got going on. So, I'll skip through that. We basically start with this, a hub, and there is a big old 1 on it, and there is a 0 out of 10 on it. Happy days. What we need to do is we need to supply this building with whatever number is on it. And in order to do that, we've got a couple of different buildings down here. Now, there is patches of resources around the world. We've got a little extractor up here, which I can place for free. No cost associated with it, which is always nice. And we got a little bit of belt. We belt up, and we belt in. We belt up, and we belt in, we belt down, and we belt in. Very, very simple. We're extracting the ones, and we're sticking them into the hub, which is fantastic. And as soon as we have hit our requirements, then we unlock some new stuff. And in fact, there's a little bit of text here that is telling us quite nicely what we are going to unlock at each and every stage. Extraction 2, unlocked in 2 levels. So there we go. Anyway, we have unlocked a brand new building. This is an adder, and the adder does exactly what you might imagine. Now, we have 1s coming in here at the moment, and we need to make a 2. Now, what I would quite like to do is I'd actually quite like to utilize some brand new sources of 1s for reasons which will become clear in just a second. But I think we're going to see if we can try and get an adder there and an adder there. Drag this down here. This down there, in there, so close, off by 1. Beautiful. And in the same sense, we'll do that and this. Okay, so far so good. It's going to take a little while for these 1s to filter through, but that is no big deal. And then we will literally just get, there we go, a little bit of an output to our adders. And suddenly, as soon as the 1s arrive, we should be able to start making some 2s. Now, you'll note, by the way, that it takes quite a significant period of time to conduct the addition in these machines. Hence why I've built 2, and hence why we only really need 1 belt. We need to get 20 of these guys in order to level up. That's not necessarily too challenging of a situation, but we are probably going to have to think about additional 1s that we're able to exploit, because you'll never guess what the number coming next is going to be. I'll give you a hint. It's sequential. That's right, you guessed it. It's 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to prep. We're going to prep for 3 to come online here. Okay. We'll make addition. I'll space it out by 1 just to make sure that it can actually get in there. So that's 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Brilliant. And what do you know? We've actually accomplished our mission of getting 22s, which is pretty good. And that's actually unlocked the ability to upgrade for us, which is quite nice. Now, this is the reason that I've kept the 1s coming into the central hub here, is because we can actually upgrade a whole bunch of different bits and bobs as long as we supply 1s, as long as we supply 2s, and as long as we supply 3s. Belt level 1 at the moment can be upgraded if we spend 200 1s. I'm going to upgrade that. Fantastic. And in fact, we're pretty darn close to the next level, although we're going to need to supply 519s as well, which is a little bit more challenging. But we should have 2s and 3s coming along at a fair rate of knots. The problem is, we need more kit, don't we? We need more kit. Ideally, we need the ability to split. So I don't think we have the ability to split just as is. Oh no, tell a lie. We absolutely do have the ability to split. Let's see if we can try and do something like so here. There we go. And there we go. That will make somewhat of a difference. And we should be able to increase our production of 3s relatively easily. In fact, you know what? I'll take this all back. And we'll pop this up here and divert. What am I going to do? No, I wanted to do... I want to do something like this. Yeah, so we need to have that over there. So that can come down here. So we can supply that with the extra one. That can go in there. That can go in there. And then we need an additional facility right over there. Okay. In terms of the number of numbers that we can actually supply like this, I don't know. We might be pushing it a little. But as long as there's a bit of a backlog on the belts, I'm going to take that as a tacit sign that we can just do more stuff. There we go. So let's just drag this down here, drag this down here. And the very, very convenient thing about this is that we can actually replicate this entire sort of process relatively easily here. If I go copy, I can copy all of this and paste right in there. And suddenly, look at that. As I connect the last bits and bobs, we've got a pretty decent looking process. It's not necessarily foolproof because we do not have the numbers sort of matching up in terms of supply and demand, etc. But it's not looking too bad. It's looking a little bit funky. It's not mirrored perfectly, and it doesn't look very good. However, that being said, it does work, and working is, frankly, half the battle. Right, so we have unlocked, I think it was, yeah, level 2 extraction, which is quite nice. So that means that we can immediately yoink 2s out of the ground, which I might want to do, actually. I might want to do. In fact, I probably do want to do. Let's take this back. Let's yoink 2s out of the ground right over here. And let's get... So we'll do 2 plus 2 is 4, and then we'll combine that with a 1 in order to make 5. Now, we're going to unlock a bridge next. And I've got to imagine that a bridge is going to unlock the facility to cross resources over one another, which I am very much looking forward to. Yeah, let's do that in there. Okay, how's that looking? That's not looking too bad. How am I going to get the 1 round here? I don't like this, but I'm going to do it for now because we don't have the bridge. Right, line that up over there. Perfect. And 2 in, 1 in. Perfect. It's a little messy, but it works. It's a little messy, but it works. It's because we've got 2 inputs. We've got 2 different inputs as opposed to down here, which we just have, you know, 1 singular input, and we can't really mess with things too much. Get it? Too much. Similarly, we could maybe create a little system here using just 1s in order to... It's going to give us 2 2s. We combine 2 2s into a 4. Again, can I... That looks like it works, although I'm not completely convinced. We'll see if a 4 emerges from this facility right here. I got to imagine that it won't. I think we probably have to have a little bit of distance between them. Looks like that's the case. Let's do that, and then we combine with a 1 into... This is not going to work. We combine... That was such a horrifically bad way of doing things. There we go. Okay, I think that should work, and that's a pretty sort of compact setup, which is exactly what I'm looking to do. Okay, a bridge. We've unlocked a bridge. That is fantastic. What do we need? We need 10s now. Right. As soon as I unlock the multiplier, that'll be pretty decent. Okay, any upgrades we're close to? Not far off both of these, actually, which is why we're keeping the 2s and the 3s coming. So that's really, really nice. So we've got 4 production here. Why is that 4? It should be 3, shouldn't it? Yeah, it should be 3. Should be... Have I completely doofed this up? We need 2 2s. Oh, the 2s need to be added to the 2s. I've done my maths wrong. Hold on. Yeah, this should be like this. There we go. That should be like so. And then we need... Can we actually maybe do it here? Yeah, you know what? That's pretty compact. I'm trying to make this a nice little sort of compact setup here. I know the 3's technically wrong. We got a few wrong numbers in there, but that's okay. We'll line that up over there for now, and this will give us 5. If my calculations are correct, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Great. And that is made from just 1s, and it's actually a fairly sort of concise... 5, come on, 5, there we go, 5. It's actually a fairly sort of concise, simple little setup. So, tell you what we could do. We can replicate this relatively easily. There we go. And then demolish that there, and just stick in a simple addition. And that'll get us to 10. That'll get us to 10 nicely. Okay, we can hit an upgrade. What do we want to do? Adder? Oh, I'd love to increase the speed of addition. That would be phenomenally useful. It's going to speed up pretty much everything. I love the fact that there's multiple different ways to approach each and every sort of solution and problem. Looks like this extractor is having a little bit of difficulty sort of keeping up. That's okay, though. What about if we see if we can try and nab... I mean, technically 10 is just lots and lots of 2s added together. Is that a very efficient way of doing things? I guess we could do it like that. Yeah, I guess so. So what's that? That's 4. And then that's 6. That's 8. And then that's 10. That actually works out, like, not too badly. Okay. If I'm right, that'll give us 10. That'll give us 10 in a completely different way. How great is that? Kind of dig it. Kind of dig it. This is a bit of a problem here. We got a little bit of an issue with the belt here. I'll make an exclusive sort of 10 belt so we can have guaranteed delivery. So as long as we keep up the vibes here, we should be fine. Let's actually copy this and do another little setup over here. Hey, you know what? That'll work out. That'll work out so nicely. There we go. What do you know? As long as this guy can keep on producing 2s at a decent rate, which doesn't actually look like that's the case, then we're going to continue to make new 10s, which is great. Okay, extractor level. I would love to upgrade that. That is brilliant. Extraction 3 unlocked at the next level. Okay, so we've got that coming in pretty darn soon. Do we need any 5s or anything like that? No, we don't have 19s. I mean, we could make 14s, 18s, and 19s, but that seems like a little bit of a ways away. Is extraction level 3 going to make it drastically easier for us? I'm honestly not completely convinced. Right, extraction level 4 available if we get 16s. Right. I think we should probably start over here. So 16. How are we going to make 16 with just addition? So that's going to be 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. I guess that's a way of doing it. Okay, let's set it up this way. So we do this. Okay, trying to make it as roughly sort of symmetrical as possible. So that'll make 2 6s. We combine together, although I should probably have it set up like so, even... just do that. Just do that. Yeah, so we just have one sort of belt to either input. There we go. And then we have an output belt. That makes 12. 12, and then we need to do 4 plus... 4 plus 4. That's 4, and then we're going to go here and here. Oh, we can actually utilize our bridge for the first time. That's quite nice. Yeah, don't love that vibe. We should probably do that. And then turn that around. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then that's going to make 24. Doesn't necessarily need to be bad, but 24 is not necessarily terrible. It's just not the number we're aiming for right this very second. But you know what? We can make a few 24s, throw them into the center just for the sake of it. Right. I didn't want to waste any of those 12s, so that's fine. Let's get the bridge here. Let's bring this down like so. Bridge into there. And up there like that. Okay. That's looking good. So that's eventually going to make some 16s. And production seems to be sort of matched at a pretty decent rate. So that's kind of nice. We need 100 level 16s though, so that's quite the ask. Right, dupe this. And add that on. Okay, and then how's that looking? Yeah, it's not looking too bad. 4, come down this way. Good. Okay, we've effectively doubled our production there of 16s, which is quite nice. Do we have enough 12 production? Potentially. Do we have enough 3 production? I'm not actually convinced. I should probably balance this a little bit better. Even if I don't know the sort of exact stats, it's probably better to have it sort of like nominally balanced. There we go. Okay, try that. 4s, we've still got enough 4 production. That's pretty good. We can always get additional 4 production if we need to. 16 production is coming along nicely, actually. Okay. Is there another way that we want to approach this situation? I suppose we could do 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 times 16. But that seems like a bit of a waste of time. Honestly, I feel like we just kind of double this. Yeah, I feel like that's a really great idea. Whether or not we're going to be able to supply it with these 3 generators, I'm just not entirely sure. Here we go. Yeah, we need faster belts, really, in order to take full advantage of this, but I can always bring in some additional 3s from out of town. There we go. And as long as there's numbers on the belts, I'm not too displeased with how this is all looking. This area is looking pretty decent. There's plenty of 4s. Again, I can sort of dupe the number of 4s that we have. Very easily, in fact. Yep. Let's go here. It's a very convoluted way of doing what I want to, but we'll do it nonetheless. There we go. I could have done that much, much more easily, but there we go. It's fine. How are we doing? 89 out of 116s already. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. It's not perfectly balanced, but you know what? It doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be at all. Okay. Extraction level 4. Multiplier. That's what we need. Level 7 is what we flippin' need. That's for sure. Okay. So my 16s. Do I need more 16s? Well, thinking about it somewhat logically, it might be best for us to get 16s and then just add them to add them to 4s. There's not many 4s around the place, but we could always just use the 16s that we've got coming in at the moment. Also, this looks a bit incorrect. What's going on here? Yeah. There we go. That's better, I think. Okay, so yeah, do we want to recycle these 16s that we've got coming in here? Sure, let's do that. Do I want to just extract straight 4s? It's probably the easiest way. Also, I can show off my new 4s. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's do that. Let's actually see if we can try and plot out something that doesn't completely suck this time. Nice. And then get that, and then 16s come up this way. Beautiful, 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 and then down there like so. Okay, how's that looking? It's looking not too bad. That's 20. That's 20, and it's a pretty decently large number of 20s as well. Is this situation working? I'm not sure that it necessarily is. I don't think this is working. What we can do is we can move this back by 1. Huh. What's my issue? Let's clear all this out, and then let's line this up, and then let's just drag the belt, see if that makes any difference. Okay. So we need to get you to here. Excellent. We need to get you to here. Excellent. We need to get you to here. Excellent. Okay. By pre-placing the bridges, I must have messed something up, but either way, that gives us 20s, and it gives us a really decent number too. I'm gonna keep 16s coming in. I don't think we need 16s for anything at the moment, but I feel like it can't hurt. I feel like it can't hurt. Okay, delivered numbers. 20 is obviously the one that we've got the most of at the moment, with the exception of 3s, apparently. Okay, that's cool. Are we happy with all this? Yes, I think this is all looking good. Is this producing this one here? I don't think this one's producing, you know. Okay, we'll fix that in just a sec. But either way, something like this, I think, is the model probably going forward. But multiplication is going to unlock a lot of brand new doors, I think, for us, which is quite nice. I mean, 4 times 5, that's going to be really, really nice to make 20. I mean, just sort of every bigger number, I guess. Plus, when we unlock multiplication, I feel like 2 gets immediately buffed, just because it makes it double. Sounds a bit stupid, but hey-ho. Okay, we need a few more 16s. I need to fix this setup here. Right, what am I doing? Let's do that in there. That in there. Disconnect this. There we go. Okay, that's better. That's how it should look. And that should enable just a little bit more production of the 16s. Although that being said, this all seems to be bouncing fairly well. We maybe need a few more 4s, but it's fine. Pretty much to 20 now, which is good. Ooh, we got some 6s. I didn't realize that there was some 6s on the maps. And some 5s. And some 7s, some 8s. Oh, I guess the numbers get bigger the further away you go. Oh my goodness gracious me. We can extract like literally 99. 104. Okay, I guess maybe it's functionally infinite. I'll focus on the center, just at a grand old time there. 31. Right. Do I want to maybe get some of these upgrades before we move on? Multiplier level, we need 15 in order to do that. That's a pain in the backside. 31. I mean, we could do 6. We don't have 5s. We could do 4 times 4. That's a pretty easy way of doing 16. 16 times 2, but we do not have any negative multiplier, so we can't go over that. Because 16 times 2 would be 32. So we'd have to do 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 3, 36. 12 times 2 is 24. 16 times 2, that's too much. Again, we're going to have to do a little bit of nasty addition, unfortunately, I think. I mean, 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. I think that's probably the best way of doing it, right? We do a 6. We make 6. We make 5. We multiply them together. We plus 1. Okay, let's see if we can try and make this happen. So, 2 times 4, that's 8. No, I want to add. And I want to be copying a decent sort of setup that I've got already. Here we go. Right. So we'll drag the 2s down. Beautiful. And we'll drag the 4s up. Right. So that's going to give us 6. The 5... we're going to have to make from a 3 and a 2. Or a 4 and a 1. Let's do a 4 and a 1. What the heck? Why the heck not? I feel like I haven't used 1 in a while. Right. So, then that's going to give us... waiting for my brain to get in gear for a second there. Right. That's going to give us 6s. And it's also going to give us 5s. And we can deploy the multiplication situation. Right. Let's get... I think 4 is probably overkill, but we'll do it nonetheless. Right, so we want down, 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 down. So that's all into the A. The A input is going to be 5. Fine. And the B input is going to be 6. And that's a pretty decent setup by my reckoning. So that's looking pretty darn good. And then we'll stick all of these on a central belt. We'll copy this setup again. And we'll find a 1 nearby somewhere. Here we go. See how quick we can manufacture 30s. I think it's pretty good, to be honest. Multiplication doesn't seem to be too slow. Okay, and then that's going to give us 31. Let's go up here, down here, in there. 331s is quite a lot of 31s, to be honest. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to look good enough. Right, that's looking really, really decent. I feel like this needs to be doubled pretty much entirely. What's the best way of doing this? Probably... we should probably just have both of the numbers coming in at this side, and then we can basically just copy like a module of this. There we go. And that will link up theoretically perfectly. And in fact, I could have copied the belt at the top there, but I didn't. Doesn't really matter. Okay. This needs to be expanded as well. Again, we should probably have the numbers coming in from the same direction. Let's do that. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just needs to be good enough. Okay. Then we copy 2 together. How's that looking? That's not looking too bad, is it? There we go. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Nice. Okay, so that's 30s. We've got plenty of 1s coming through. Where are we? We're already at 65 out of 300. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. I think we're going to have more 5s than we are anything else. Let's see if we can reroute this as well. Probably want to expand down this way. There we go. And copy. How's that looking? Looks pretty good to me. Plenty more 6s. And as long as we've got the 2s and the 4s, then I think we will be just fine. Alright. Where are we at? 115. And we pretty much just doubled our output of 31s. This is looking fine, to be honest. Don't think we need any additional adders over here. Not yet, anyway. Pretty happy with how production is looking over there. Multiplication seems to be holding up just fine. Should I maybe try one of the more funky numbers here that we need for upgrades? Belt speed would be quite nice. Extractor level would be nice too. We need 19. We need 19. I mean, what is that? That's 6 times 3. Is it anything else? I mean, it's 3 times 3 times 2. That's probably a way easier way of making it. Yeah, let's try that. 3 times 3 times 2 plus 1, obviously. Right. It's just that simple, isn't it? Okay, that's 9. It's 3 times 3. Excellent. And then we do... this feels like a cheat. Feels like a cheat timesing it by itself, but, I mean, that's the game, you know? Okay, then let's do this way around. Okay. How do I want to do this? Yeah, like so. Amazing. It's good, and then we'll take 2 in at the same side, just so that we can double up if we require. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Super responsive. Really dig this. Really, really dig this. Right. And then, unfortunately, we need to use the addition again. The stinky old addition. You're producing 1s over here. Ooh, we've unlocked 5. Just the nick of time. Extraction level 6 unlocked. 42. Goodness gracious me. How do we get 42? I mean, 20 times 2, maybe? 20 times 2, or we could do 31 plus 10 plus 1. You know what? Let's not get distracted by that. This is what we need here. This is what we need. Right, you need to be coming down over there. And then we need to get the addition. I think 6 will do. Nice. Again, good to have templates that you can just sort of copy, paste whenever needed, but this is fine for now. Let's actually practice what I preach and drag it all around so that it comes from the same angle. There we go. Amazing. Okay, that's 19. I mean, it's not a huge amount of 19 production, but it's not bad, is it? Right, how do we get this in? I guess that'll have to do. Hate that. And you come out there. And we link up over here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And it scales pretty well as well. I mean, we've got the opportunity to expand literally this out this way, this down here. We can get more ones if we need to by disconnecting this side of the operation. There is quite a lot. There's quite a lot of utility here. Yeah, nice. And we'll just start to get those 19s arriving very, very shortly indeed. Yeah, there's clearly a whole bunch of other stuff that I haven't yet unlocked. You've got to imagine subtraction, division, etc. Will be coming along soon. Obviously, the opportunity to extract a huge number of different numbers. Are you getting up to like 278 over here? That's pretty cool. I mean, is it functionally infinite? Potentially. Definitely looks that way. Anyway, ladies and gents, we're going to wrap it up right about now. Thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.